Hey guys, this is Christian Caspers. I thought I would do a little webinar today on one of the most important topics, building your list. So I thought I'd begin with just telling a little bit about my story, why I'm here, and how I found out how to really build a business the right way. And I had an idea because it occurred to me that about 25, 30 years ago, really all my life, I've been looking to make money in a home-based business. And I've always had this thing where I'm working a full-time job trying to build a business on the side. So there's a lot of challenges in that. But 25 years ago, I did a traditional business. I built teams and spent a lot of money to get there. 2 years in one of the business I was working with, had a team of about 8 people. And what you find uh, normally is that people will join you. Some of them will do it, the majority of them won't. So it comes down to numbers, okay? I went through a lot of people, shook a lot of hands just to get people to look at the business, people to sign up, and then the people who sign up, some of them do the business and some of them don't. So you're constantly filtering through the people you meet, your list, all right? Doesn't matter how you get there, but it's the same business today. Okay, I was looking for an online business. I didn't want to go through what I've been through in the past. I knew enough not to go down that route. So I signed up for a number of programs. I listened to people, the so-called leaders. Don't get me wrong. People make money online and they teach techniques that work. But I ended up working with some folks who taught how to build your list, okay, by meeting people online, one-on-one on Facebook. So I went through over 800 people, friended over 800 people, and talked to every single one of them, okay? Some people didn't want to look at the business. Some people did. I made a lot of friends along the way. I made it as fun as I could, but it's a lot of work, okay? So I did that for the 3 months, and then I signed up people, had 3 people, and someone else signed up. So I had 4 people on my team, all right? And in month 4, nobody was talking to me. Yeah, I kept doing it, but nobody was talking to me. So about this time, I kind of figured that doing it this way was difficult. All right, you can do it. You can meet a lot of people, but you have to meet thousands of people, talk to thousands of people one-on-one. All right, during a full-time job, after work, you come home, you do that. Did it till I went to bed, and 7 days a week. Okay, but through all that effort, again, I didn't have enough numbers to go through to filter down to get people who would sign up, who would look at the business, those people who looked at it. I had 4 people who were in the business. I had 1 person who was doing it, but after a month, they all just disappeared. So fast forward, I started following some leaders in the business who were doing a little bit different, and they talked about paid traffic and other methods of doing it. It was a smart way of doing it, so I knew that that's where I needed to go. So I started following those leaders, and fast forward to today, that's what I'm doing. I'm following a team that is doing very well, and I've started doing what they do, and I'm building a list. So that's where we are today. So one of the first things that I do when building a list is there's a daily task list that you want to work through to build your list. So one of the things I do is I'm doing a webinar right now, and I'll send that to my growing list, and I'll do videos every day on every aspect of my business. I'm just telling people what I do, and we'll go ahead and send that to my growing list. Okay, so if we'll take a look here, put my cat down. Lucky he likes to do webinars and videos with me, but he's a little difficult. So I've started to do videos, and I guess it helps to sign in. All right, look at my channel. I started doing this about mid-October, and I make 1 to 2 videos a day. So you can see it's growing. People are clicking on them, okay? So this is one way to start building your list, all right, is to get people to know, to learn about you, to see what you're doing, to like you, all right? So people join people, all right? People will join people they like and trust, all right? So this is part of that. You're building rapport with your prospects, so to speak, all right? Now, what happens here in these videos is every single one of these, you'll have some kind of link pointing to your business, okay? See, like down here, people will click on this and they'll go to your offer, right? Which brings me to the next kind of topic here. It's still, what do you do when people go to your offer? They put in their email, right? And they go into a list through marketing software, right? So you need marketing software to capture your leads. That's what we talk about when we talk about a list. You're creating a list of emails and names of people who are interested in what you are doing, all right? So a lot of folks, they start doing this, they're new, they put out their offer, they don't get any sales right away. People don't join up and they freak out. Hey, I'm doing all this work. They come, they didn't buy anything. Well, they're missing the point. You're building a list. You're building a list because people have to see your offer many times before they join you. Again, when I talked about the videos, all right, they're getting to know you, all right? They need to trust you. They need to see that you're doing what you're talking about and you're not just flapping your gums, okay? All right. All right. So that's the lead generation program that I'm talking about. Another thing you want to do is we're talking about activity. So creating videos every day, a little bit about your capture page. All right. So you need a marketing system to do that. And I'm speaking generically here. There are several products out there. I use PowerLead Systems. Some other folks, I see Renee on here right now. She uses EGN, and Conversion Pro is another one. But whatever you do, pretty much whoever brings you to this webinar, you will get their link and do what they're doing because they're good at it. They've chosen their tools, and when you get good at it, maybe you choose your own tools and make your own funnels and do it that way. But it's all the same. It does the same function. You're capturing your leads and you're marketing to them every day through another aspect I need to talk about a little bit, the autoresponders. So basically, once they're on your list, they get sent emails every day or so. Okay. On top of that, you're sending them personalized emails. Okay. All right. So some of the other things I do is I'm going to take these videos that I'm making and I'm going to post them on my page, right? And I'm going to mix it up a little, as you see. My mom made me a great dinner there. This was awesome on Christmas. If you go to my profile here, you'll see it. But this was just wonderful meal. But that's what you're doing. You're mixing it up a little bit. They're getting to know you. You're putting in some business information in there as well. People can click on this, and it takes them back to the videos. All right. A lot of folks will end up clicking on YouTube. They'll come back here. They'll see my channel. They'll click on that. They'll find the other videos, and it's a cycle. Okay. So one of the other things you can do is when you're posting to your profile page. All right. I belong to Facebook groups, and in there I work with leaders in the business as well as the team that I'm building, and everyone else is building a team, and we work together. All right, so you need to have a team of people. That's all part of it. People need to feel welcome. So when they see what you're doing, they have, they're likely to join you for the fact that you're not alone, you know, struggling on your own. You don't have to just sign up and just, flap in the wind because you don't know what you're doing. So people like to be able to belong to a group. They like to belong to a team. All right. So another thing you want to do is you could blog. Right. I don't blog right now, but the PowerLead systems that I use, my marketing software, it has blog software in it, so I'll start using that soon. So what you do is you'll write blogs, and you give out information that's valuable information for people. Okay, you want to give out information. You want to teach people, give them little nuggets, because you're not just there to sell. Okay, that's not what it's about. Again, you give them useful information. It goes back to, again, learning to trust you and like you. And hey, this guy isn't just out there to get a sale every day. He's really trying to help me. That's the kind of feeling that people should get when you're out there putting this stuff out there. Okay. So again, you do a blog, and you'll put some business in there, as well as pointing to your other links. Again, the YouTube videos and other things that you do. Right? You hold webinars like I'm doing now. All this stuff helps to build a list. Oop, here he goes again. So Renee Sullivan and I, we created a list building series. All right, so we're creating a tutorial series. That's part of the value that you're putting out there in the marketplace. All right, if you can give out information people are learning from, then again they're going to have a tendency to follow you more. They're going to see you as the expert. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to show them that you know what you're doing. All right. So now, all this activity, does it work? That's probably one of the questions that are on people's minds: is, does it work? So I've been doing this since mid-October, and I'll just show you some results I'm getting from people signing up on my list. Okay, I've got 9 pages here of people signing up on my list. All right. So look at all that. And again, it's not about just people signing up on your list, but it's about a growing list that you can use to send information to them every single day. All right. And that's what I do. So that's another way you're growing your list, is you're sending information to them every day. And I do get signups. You'll see them splattered in here. I do get commissions. So it does work. Renee, can you think of anything else?
Yeah, one of the things, when you were talking about the social media part of it and the email, it was good that you mentioned that, you post things on your wall, like in Facebook or other social media, because your list is not just your email list. It's actually your social media following as well. And when you combine both, like as you mentioned, they're going to see, okay, this person really is posting. This is a real person. So that combination of both the social media platforms and the email is just going to build your following even more. And those people who, may be following you on, say Facebook, they very well might opt into your lead capture page, and then they'll get your emails, and vice versa. Those people on your email list are going to, want to see what you're doing in social media, and they'll, connect with you on Facebook or other platforms. And it's just good to connect in several places if you can, if that person's interested. So I'm glad you mentioned that point, because that's been actually a huge part of the following that I have. A lot of the following that I have, they came from either place. They either came from, cold traffic from, advertising and getting them on an email list and telling them to connect with me on Facebook, and then they start following me on Facebook, or vice versa. They knew me from Facebook and, you know, wanted to know more about my business, so they could, you know, they got on my capture page. So, you know, it's good to have both. And that's why, you know, Christian talks about that, because it helps to mend them together, and that just builds that relationship that much further with your list.
That's excellent, and I'm glad you mentioned that too, because uh, all of this activity that you do combined, you don't know where your people are coming from. They're just going to sign up because you're doing all this activity, and they're finding you everywhere. You know, if you do a search on my name, you'll start seeing all of the blogs, the YouTube, all that stuff starts to show up, and all paths lead. You're trying to get all paths to lead to you. You know, so it's a really good thing. So, and to top that off, you know, the biggest thing that I found, which goes back to my story that I talked about a little bit earlier, is I found that paid traffic is the biggest way to get people to join your list. All right, these are cold contacts. All right, so any business you join, you want to buy paid traffic, but you know, who has $500 a week to spend on paid traffic, right? So any business you join, you want to make sure that the model that it follows will pay for your traffic. All right, and that's what I do. That's what Renee does. Okay, and that's why we're becoming successful at this. We're already successful, but it just gets better every day, is what I mean. So, you know, you can spend $500, $600, $700, $800 on traffic, but guess what? If it's in your model to pay for that traffic, it's not a problem. You're sending thousands of people, tons of people to your offer. And it goes back to what I told you earlier. It's about filtering. It's about numbers. The more numbers, the more people you send to your offer, that small percent, if it's 1%, okay, that signs up in your business, and you're doing 10 people a day, all right, you know, one person signs up a day, it's nothing. But if you're sending 1,000 people a day to your list, and 1% of that is 100 people signing up, and if you get, you know, a couple of percent of that, people signing up in your business, that's what it's about. It's the numbers. So that's really a powerful way. I know this webinar is short, but it's not too much more to go over. That is the most powerful way to build your business. So do all these activities I talked about, and this, in my opinion, is a small percent of your entire, you know, the big picture. You're leading to paid traffic, but you do it all together. And again, it goes back to people getting to know you and like you. Just getting them on the list isn't enough, obviously. Okay. Once they get on the list, they still have to get to know and like you and trust you. Okay. So all this activity that you are doing will do that for you. So I think that's pretty much what I had. If anybody has any questions, again, if thanks Renee for that input. That was really good. Appreciate it. And if whoever sent you to this webinar, whether it be myself or someone else, make sure that when you look at the business that they're offering, you go use their link. All right. I'm making these webinars for everyone on my team, and I just don't want folks clicking on my links if they're coming in from someone on my team. You know, that's what you need to do. Just make sure you go back to the person who sent you to this, and when you get on board, we'll get you in groups where you can be welcome to the team. But not only that, it's more about welcoming, more than just welcoming you on the team. It's about getting this type of information so you can get running on day one. So if that's all we got, then so until then, catch you on the next video.
Thanks, Christian.
You're welcome.